Hello people, this is Ryder here to review the Ultraman Z Gashapon Ultra Metal 01. So it's been since 2021 since we've actually covered a Z item. And as you recall, we've never actually touched upon any of the Gashapon and Candy Toy sets, so we're doing that. So obviously, as we have right here, here is Gashapon 1 of Ultra Metals, to which this is the lineup of metals that actually are new, as the other three were the Alpha Edge trio. So we have 0, 7, and Leo, which is why our exclusive for our Gashapon rare of the set is 7 glitter version and such. But our other four comprise of Great, 0, Strong Corona 0, Ogle, and Jonius. And again, just like Gaia right here, these are the V2s. There's no V1s and such. So obviously, we will actually put these to the side and such, because now, after all these years, we can finally talk about these things. However, we're not going to use these as our example, because we will use them with our zeros, because there's a reason why we have 0 here. But these are the Ultra Metal stands, to which came with every single metal within Gashapon. They're like these nice acrylic, like plastic, clear plastic stands and such. Basically, if we were to pull, like, basically they're kind of the same. They're kind of acrylic, but they're clearly plastic. You can try standing it like so. Like it works. But basically, again, they're just some really nifty bonuses and such. And you know, it's kind actually kind of cool that the Gashapon versions actually do come with it. But again, we're not taking a look at this 0 in particular. We're just using him to take a look at the stand, because technically, for these sets, there's no point of looking at the traditional like Z trio and such, because all I can say is that the only difference is that this one's a darker blue as opposed to the DX one. Though the blue on 0 comes out a bit brighter than the DX one. I apologize that the light doesn't really come out well. But basically, the only thing to like actually differentiate is just this one's obviously self-trans-stamped as opposed to the DX one. But other than that, there's not really that much of a difference functionally, but it's different visually. So let's take a look at our actual new metals. So first of all, we have Great, to which he looks pretty nice. I'm surprised with how they actually managed to capture the suit and such, because he really does look like slimmed out and such. And also, I think this is it. It's interesting that here they actually represent him with red, because I think this is the only time they've done that, unless the Ultra accessory did. Again, trans stamp. Other than that, the Gashapon Ultra Metals are basically on par with the DX ones, just color differences. Here we have Strong Corona 0. Just to get a 0 form out. If we really wanted to, we can compare it with the original 0. Obviously, they just had to recolor some aspects of the suit, but now it's just same red as Great. And then Ogle, which is, again, like what we said before, this is V2 specifically. But other than that, like, Ogle is pretty well done. I really do like how he came out. And then we have Jonius. I apologize if this is not focusing, but Jonius actually looks pretty good too. Because I think here they're going more the anime aesthetic as opposed to the suit. Because this was before the suit was redone and such. So he definitely does have his thinner look and such. But he's representing with green, which is pretty neat. Because I feel he naturally does work with green. That was the trans stamp. Last but not least, the Gashapon Rare Ultra 7 glitter version, which is just the same Ultra 7 metal, but now in gold, to his appearance from the Superior Ultra 8 brothers. And the trans stamps. So let's use these within the Z Riser. So we're going to just stick with the Haruki card. So let's do them all individually, if that's how we do it. I like how enthusiastic he is with the announcement. Finisher. So there's the plasma beam. I was going to say plasma shoot, but that's not it. Strong Corona Zero.
Ultraman Z, strong Corona Zero.
Finisher. Oh, that was not it.
Strong Corona Zero.
I apologize about that. They're both fried.
Strong Corona Zero.
I don't even think we held it down. I'll be quicker.
Strong Corona Zero.
I forgot what it was called. Uggle. Agul.
Ultraman Z, Agul.
Oops. So we have the return of the photon screw from the orb ring. Jonius.
Junius. Ultraman Z, Junius.
And
Junius.
I don't remember what his finisher was, but I'm pretty sure his sounds were carried over from the G Riser. Last but not least, 7.
7 villager version.
obviously well, wait. Let's do the finisher first.
7 Villager version.
So, obviously, the sounds for the glitter version remain identical to the original. However, it at least acknowledges that it's the glitter version and that it emits yellow. So I appreciate that, because a certain series that did try to do the glitter versions again didn't do that. So, that is all the medals individually. But obviously, it's time for us to wait for the camera to cool down and do the fusions. So there are 5 combinations we can do, to which basically requires us to use our extra 2 zeros and ogle. Because all the other ones we have don't do anything, because glitter version 7 is not the same as 7. So you can't do any combinations of 7 and substitute it with glitter 7 glitter version. So obviously, to complete this, we need the 2 Gashapon zeros and plus our DX 0, and you want this to be the hard key card. We get that short sound, 0 special combo. It's pretty simple and straight to the point. The finisher. So we get the Aurelium Slugger slash. Man. Obviously, you don't need the Gashapon versions. I think. Yeah, you don't need the Gashapon versions specifically. It's just a lot more easier to achieve it by those instead of just getting the DX one multiple times. But anyways, now we got multitudes of ogle combinations, to which we will actually only do 2, because I meant there's only 4 combinations. So we'll use Gaia.
Ultraman Z, Gaia, Spring version.
I mean, I think in these videos I do all the fusions. I don't think so. Unless we just skip the finishers. Did I do the finisher for this form in the demo? I think I skipped it personally. But our last 2 combinations are orb fusions. Or fusion ups. To which, obviously, we want to load orb in, but we have to move ogle to the 3rd slot. So obviously, ogle had 2 fusion ups, to which the first one we will do with Belial. So now we are Orb Thunderstream, to which we won't bother doing the finisher because it's generic and you already heard it. And then switch up Belial for Hikari. Orb throws me off because he doesn't say orb origin.
Ultraman Z, or Night Liquidator.
And Orb Liquidator. So it's always cool to have these forms and such. I felt like the Ogle fusions were one of my favorites. But now we gotta take everything and set it up. So overall, my thoughts on this first Gashapon set of Ultra Metals is it's pretty solid. Like this is a pretty solid lineup of metals, even though you can complain that technically it doesn't give us enough fusion capabilities. No, we don't get any, we don't get as much fusions as basically, again, Oggle is the only one we can actually do things with. As Strong Chrono Zero was the result of a fusion, these two never get anything. And obviously this is the Gashapon rare and such. However, I think the Zero special combo sound is actually pretty nice, obviously because at this time this was done for the sake of Zero's 10th anniversary. Now it's his 15th anniversary. Actually, yeah, that's actually a good correlation as to why we're doing Z again. Wow. But overall, like I like the lineup and such. I think it does a nice job at bringing up the nicheness, or bringing out the niche ultras, but also like bringing in things that people would want. Like obviously, I think again, Strong Chrono Zero, having the variant Zero, and then Ogle and such. Excuse me, and then Great and Jonius, just just to fill it out. And then again, 7 glitter version is also pretty cool. I think this is the first series. No, I want to say I think the Ultra Metals are the first series that completely, that fully went in with the glitter versions of these ultras, as opposed to just being selective about it. Because I'm thinking back to Rube, or like how the other previous series were. Because I think Taiga was actually the first, but I know like Jeed and Rube were kind of selective about like, okay, yeah, sure, maybe we will make this in a glitter version, but then other times they're like, here's just a special version of this, which was more confusing with Rube, because at least with G, that was the only way of getting that form, but with Rube, they're just like, yeah, here, take 2 versions of this one stone crystal. But other than that, obviously, because it's 2024 and it's not 2020, Ultra Metals have become a lot more easier to collect and cheaper, especially because of this set and Gashapon 2. Because due to popular demand, Bandai did re-release Gashapon 1 and 2 together as Gashapon Best, making the Gashapon exclusive medals more viable of obtaining, which means getting the extra zeros is actually more difficult now. I think the original Gashapon 1 is still highly difficult of obtaining, but with Gashapon Best, it should make getting these things a lot more easier and cheaper, especially the glitter versions. The glitter versions have dropped severely in price since 2020. These things used to sell for like, I think at minimum like $30 a piece, but now you can get them for like $10. These, I think you can get them for like $4 to like $8 at best, but obviously with the decrease of yen, you can probably get these for cheaper. You're probably going to hear me repeat this in Gashapon 2, and I apologize for that. But, yeah, like, luckily I can say that, like, Ultra Metals have become easier to get, because then we probably would have gone on a long rant about, oh yeah, Ultra Metals are one of the most difficult gimmicks to buy into, but luckily the hype has died down and such, so yeah, I think this is too long of a video. That'll have to do with this review. This is Ryder, and I'll leave people by.